Good morning, future self. I'm eating a chocolate cookie for breakfast. Don't tell nobody. Today is go to, what is it? Oh, a book fair with some friends and, oh Lord, but last night it was not good. I had another very cannot sleep, all the pain is a terrible idea. My back and my leg were just a mess pile, and I didn't like it. But I think that it's feeling much better now. I took tons of meds and stretching and PT and everything, so hopefully that lasts for a while. Oh, so it's December 2nd, so that means that I just recently finished my November notebook. So here it is over here. Ooh, so I need to transfer the rest of November into the November book, and then I need to do the sort of outside detailing. Tea. The beginning of November has a few failed experiments in it. Many of the months at this point have these, have these calendars in them, and I have basically failed at all of them. I might keep doing them, I might completely stop doing them, I don't know. They're not working. Another thing I failed at this month was this project, my little fail resume. My attempt, I tried to do 50 sort of field recordings to get more interested in sound, and I'm not sure why exactly this failed, because I'm still interested in sound and making the audio for my video pieces sort of more integrated part of the piece, because I was going back and looking at some of the augmented reality drawings that I did at the This Will Take Time residency last year. I was watching the fireplace video last night, and the audio for the fireplace video is great because it has all that context, but a lot of the dance videos and a lot of the other drawing videos have no sound, and I really want to go back and fix that and really sink into that. But I think I put too many restrictions on that audio recording process, so I'm gonna try again. So the beginning of November also starts with some, I don't know when these were made. These were found during November and thus are being included during November. Let me move you over a little. There we go. So these are all collages, paper and crayon in these, I don't know, family photo album style pages. I really love all these pieces, but I don't know when they're from. I believe they're from before the start of Amnesia Diaries, so I was already sort of playing with notebook style art and notebooking in general before Amnesia Diaries started, so I just thought it would be interesting to include here. I may make some prints of these or something. I'm interested in doing some prints, so especially this one, which I think is just top notch. Really like this one. Coughing out your own teeth. Ugh, gross. So yeah, I included these in November because that's when I found them. Oh, I like this one too with the sort of the hijab. Here's a more drawn one. So yeah, I have done this before where I've included work that sort of appeared and I didn't know where to put it, and I just included it when it appeared, so that's fun. Let me go to the back and actually just include the new stuff, and then we can do like some flip through. Oof. Do, 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 do. I'm really hoping this will all fit in here. I do not want to switch to another notebook. I have had to do that before, but I think we're just going to eke by. I fortunately missed a few days at the end of November. So there's just slightly fewer pages than there would normally be. Let's see if they all fit in here. Everybody in there? All right. Hacha! Okay. Let's do a little flip. Speed flip! I'm not going to dwell on every single thing, but let's do a little look-see. Talked about that. Talked about disease. Thinking through AR interfaces for machine learning and different ways of sort of doodling in the notes. In situ outdoor drawing very fast. More sketches and stuff. Oh, these are interesting. These are playing with colored pencils, using the different diagrams. What is all of this? Oh, this is initial notes on writing a talk. This was, so I got this book of illustrations from Dante's Divine Comedy. I got this whole book of them, and I decided that they were at the library book sale, so it was like $1. So I decided they were adult coloring book material, and they're really fun to just like color. Mostly I have used brush tip markers on them. They're very fun. This is a printout copy of some paper that I have in the studio, and just playing around with more copier aesthetic stuff. Alighieri. Oh yeah, there's my little I voted sticker. I forgot about that. More notes. I don't usually read the notes in the flip-throughs because it would take forever. What is this? Oh, this is a printout, I think, of a piece by Evelyn Eastman. That is this whole section. So this whole section was also stuff I found but didn't actually make this month. I was going through my paper box, trying to like clean out old stuff that I wasn't using anymore, and organize new piles of stuff to play with for the file folder collages that you probably have seen in other videos. So I just found tons of these old printouts. This is Evelyn Eastman. There's a ton of her work. This is Evelyn's. She's a really great like sculpture, collage, AR artist that I used to work with at LVR. This is an AR sculpture that's attached to this like tag right here, and that can be moved around and sort of put in situ in different places, and it's seen through the phone. So these are like phone screenshots. You can sort of see through the top of the cake, which is really nice. And drawings, old drawings that were photographed and printed out. These are blind VR drawings, so like looking at a still life sculpture in VR and then drawing it blind onto paper that's in the physical world. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in this pile. The checklist of cognitive distortions. This is always helpful when you're Catastrophizing, that's my favorite one. That's the one I do all the time. Everything is awful forever. Old sculptures and pencil drawings. You find so many like things that you have just like thrown in piles when you like clean the studio. This is one of my unscannables. It's paper sculptures. A photograph of that's been sort of manipulated. This is collage, or no, this is pastel on paper. This is an image that I made from a patent document that is in the interface elephantitis piece that I wrote on Medium earlier this year. Sort of making fun of button fingers. Watching Buffy, painting my body. More sort of photos of unscannables and light, AR photography, so many things. Oh, there's my old LVR team. All these printouts were from back then. There's a painting on Steve's head. I don't know why he's upside down, but more Steve's, old studio shots. I don't even know where this drawing just doesn't exist anymore. I have no idea where this drawing is. Hopefully I gave it to someone. Oh, this is interesting. I was playing around with taking screenshots of when you are moving through Google Maps and you get these sort of odd distortions in the environment, and taking photographs of that. I love a good Google Maps. Sculpture piles. This is the corner of the studio. VR screenshots. Good lord, it's so much stuff. These are also just like old collage work. This is a model of my head facing away from you, and that painted on that side is my face. Old drawings, old notebooks. I've been using, I started using these openable ones to hold like old zines that I find. This is all the way back when I was a professional dancer at Access Dance Company. Long time ago. I've been sending myself notes into the future for a long time, I guess. This is great. It says, eat food, walk dog, shower, try again. Somebody was having a hard time. Oh, interesting. These are graphite rubbings of what I believe is one of a drawing or something that's either, oh yeah, it's later in this notebook. Here it is. They were made on the same day. I made this. Let me scoot this over. Ooch. So I have up this, this is, I guess, a manila folder that's been cut down. So it still has its creases in it. And then it also has like, you can fold it this way. It's a pretty piece of painting. Don't usually do a lot of painting, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just can't resist a bit of painting, especially when it fits in your notebook and is all foldy. Get centered again. Okay, so this one is, let me turn more light on, hold on. Light. Do we has light? We has light. So, this side is painting on sort of a thick, I think it's called resume paper, I have no idea. It's just in the pile. So this is acrylic paint on paper. This is a copy of acrylic paint on paper. So there's two original paintings. This one is original and this one is original. And then this is a black and white copy on sort of like a fine-tooth drawing paper. And this is a copy of that one. But this paper also unfolds to include other... Move over! So that you get sort of like the original, a copy, or in the other direction. And the original, shuffle, 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 a copy. So yeah, I was just playing around with that folded experience, and trying to as I was saying, I guess in yesterday's video or the day before, resisting the arrow of expectation and what goes with what and how things match and all that kind of stuff. Shoosh. And I really like how the visual texture works. And touching it. Oh, more of my coloring book pages. These are very relaxing, although I haven't been doing them as much now that I'm making the wall hanging. That tapestry is done sort of always. I always do it like at night when I'm laying on the couch, resting because it's still productive. I can't help it. This is a map and some other drawings. Oh, this is a poem. I think I'm going to read this one because I don't usually read anything from the notebooks. The stages: sit to write, draw out the lines, stare, waiting for words to stack along each 10-centimeter band. Go meta first, writing about writing before turning on the... Stop to look up the spelling of a shy word by speaking it into a dictionary on thesaurus setting. Rickety. Realize the phone's battery is at 4%. Find the charger and flick on the nearby strip. Scratch out a repetitive word and fish for its replacement. Play fiddle with the corners of stacked blanks. Reject the idea of crossing the room to get a longer ruler to replace the stunted edge of a stencil of squares. Notice a dyslexic flip and neglect to fix it. Notice another and fix it immediately. Run out of lines and draw more. Get a text. Look away from the work of staying. Look away from the work of staying to the work of tomorrow. Dismiss the notification. Decide not to write over that smudge and let it have its own space. Hunch over the desk. Scratch at a stuck spot. Then a hairline, an ear. It's rickety, this undiluted. Put your head down on the desk and close your eyes. Make a new line, then stop before the end. This is another pocket page. Memes to Movements is a book that's coming out in January by my friend Anja Minna, who I will actually be seeing later today at the book fair. But this book is really exciting. It's all about how movement... My phone died. I let all the batteries die, but okay, we're back. Oh, Lord. Oh, right, I was talking about memes to movements. Yeah, this book is coming out in January. Highly recommend. I'm so excited. I love when my friends have awesome books. Blobafesto is from Laura Hyde. Oh, Lord. Laura Hyde Yoon Hee. Hyun Hee Kim. Okay, sorry. I will do better. But it's all about... I got it at the Center for Emotional Materiality, which is Sarabi's center. Currently, that's at some gallery in the city. I don't know the name of. Yeah, so it's interesting because I also feel like I am in the blob making family. A lot of my sculptural work is very blob forward. Oof. I really like the addition of these pockets. You get to include materials like that you acquire in a day or something. This is my drawing pane picture. There is a video that goes along with this. I think it's also called Drawing Pain. And this is the start of California's burning again. I'm not sure that this is the first day the fire actually started, but that's sort of when it became central to consciousness in November, was the fires and climate change. Oh, there's a Steve is awake upstairs. And so these are a few collages that are sort of in the group of the file folders collages that are on the wall. But they were so little, and like I didn't like them up on the wall, so I brought them back into the bosom of the binder. More colored pencil drawings, sort of drawing what's around me. Tea and cookies and plants seems like a really common environment for an M human. Still talking about pain in my back and my leg. A lot of times when these kinds of collages happen, there's this sort of like, my hands have this need to do a thing, and this is a lot of the times what happens. I just need to get in there and sort of like get whatever is blocking me or whatever out into the collages. November 14th, the day I discovered ContraPoints, my new favorite channel on YouTube. Natalie, this trans woman, makes these really like aesthetically complicated and interesting sort of conversations between different characters that she makes, discussing philosophy and history and fascism and gender, and they're really great. I love them. They're beautiful. Whoosh. An attempt to sort of give myself direction about things I could make, the memories about. Oh, sorry, I bumped you. The memories about each day. This did not at all happen.
To celebrate poetry. First of all, I want everybody to put their hands together for Café de la Mission, who's holding it down all day, serving us affordable, delicious food.
Yeah, you got on. That's you. But we love family anyway. Speaking of family, I guess I'll start with this. So this piece is, I'll tell a little story since we're talking about storytelling. So my grandmother was telling me a story about my great-great-grandfather who owned a lot of land in Texas.
This was the amazing group of poets I saw at Howard Zinn. All really great, have totally different styles, but I was really blown away by a lot of their work. I'm not going to share a bunch of their poems here because that's their property and not mine, but I highly recommend looking any of them up if you are into poetry and want to know more about Bay Area poets. Steve is obsessed with watching trailers for Cyberpunk. What's it called?
Cyberpunk 2077.
It's boring!
It's not boring. You're just biased. I don't know why.
I'm biased!
I don't know why you're not into cyberpunk as a genre, but
I don't know. I'm not totes on the everything should be post-apocalyptic train. Look,
it's not post-apocalyptic. It's
there's
cyberpunk.
an asleep on. This is how you know. When you are friends with On and she hangs out with you, this is how you know you had a good day, is when there's a sleep on. Yeah. Ugh. I know that I started off this video with November notebook flip-thru, but you're just gonna... Guess what? My phone died I was in the middle of talking. You're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow, because while I would like the whole flip-thru to be in one video and that to be the theme of the video, actually what we're trying to do around here is resist the arrow of expectation and the urge to compartmentalize things into specific pockets, and never the boundary shall cross. So tomorrow we will finish the flip-thru.